What's up, ladies and gents? This is KSigKid, coming at you with another Destiny video. It might be the Iron Banner, but we still went in, and we still did the Nightfall. Now, we might have showed this Nightfall video yesterday, but of course that Bungie livestream took precedence. So here it is today. We're going to walk through the Nightfall, at least the tricky stuff. We're going to talk about what's good, what's bad about it, and we're going to see what awesome and amazing rewards that I get from the Nightfall. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. So since it's Iron Banner and it's the Fallen SABER Nightfall, I imagine that makes it pretty easy for a lot of people to say, you know what, screw it. I'm not going to jump into the Nightfall at all. And that's because of this WARSAT section. This section, which is probably one of the toughest PvE encounters that you have in the entire game. But let me tell you, this isn't that bad. Just getting it out there right now, it's not that bad. We're clearly able to just go through it and mow our way down through this WARSAT section. It's really pretty easy. You won't have any trouble at all going through it. You should be able to easily destroy any of the enemies around here while standing around the WARSAT and just be able to take things down. 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. Wait a second. That's not right. I shouldn't have fallen down so easily. Wait a second, we've still got Devil and Pooch up though. We'll be easily able to get myself up and then clear out this WARSAT section. No worries, we've got this. We've got this. We don't got this. We don't got this. Okay, in all seriousness, this WARSAT section is tricky. It took us just a couple runs to get our feet wet into figuring out exactly what was going on. There is a solar burn, and that means that all of these taken snipers are pretty much going to one-shot you. If they don't one-shot you, they're going to put you on death's door. So you need to really watch out. And that's the number one thing. It is solar burn here. So make use of your solar area of effect grenades. That's going to be the key to locking down some of these lanes right in the beginning. Because the beginning portion of this WARSAT is tricky, but then it becomes pretty easy, and that is the honest-to-God truth. So what I did was I made sure that I was putting on any type of armor or abilities or perks that I could get that would give me 2 grenades. And what I found was on my Titan, I put on the armamentarium and I put on the thermite grenades. Yeah, the grenades that barely anybody uses, but they will help to lock down at least a lane if you throw those out there and just use them to the best effect. So armamentarium and the thermite grenades is what I would recommend on my Titan, my solar Titan. For the Hunter, it wasn't as good or as easy of a choice. Pretty much my option was the gloves, the Omkara gloves, and that meant that I had 2 trip mine grenades, which aren't as good for that area of effect control, but they're really strong. So unfortunately, because they can't stick, it's not going to work just as well, but it's what I ended up putting on my Hunter. My Hunter just didn't have a great or ideal option. For the Warlock, it was all about the Sunbreakers and the solar grenades. Definitely and easily the best grenade choice in this entire portion of the strike. Solar grenades were absolutely amazing for this entire strike. And why I'm talking so much about grenades is, aside from the solar burn, we also have catapult on. So that means that you're going to get your grenades up really quickly, so just chuck out your grenades as much as possible. If you don't have the ability to have 2 grenades on, it's not like it's the end of the world or anything. Just make sure you're constantly using your grenades and putting them in the areas to deny enemies entrance towards you. Because you're going to want to keep the WARSAT between you and the enemies as much as possible. Again, those sniper shots hurt a whole lot. And if you're able to do that, you will be able to beat them. It's really not that bad. Once that initial wave is done and you start taking care of the wizards that come in from behind, once you clear them out, then it's pretty much just a timer of enemies that just come in wave by wave from the front of you, and they're pretty easy to deal with. In fact, here it is, Devil and I on a subsequent run. It's just the 2 of us going through this portion of the strike. And you can see, once we're here at this stage, we're taking care of the enemies that are spawning in behind us, and after that, it's smooth sailing for just clearing out the enemies that are in front. So it's not as bad as it's been before. Maybe that's because our light level has been increased since this strike initially came out. Maybe it's because we're just getting more familiar with it. Maybe we just had a bunch of lucky runs, but I feel pretty confident that you should easily be able to take care of the WARSAT, as long as you're not going in solo. If you're going in solo looking for a challenge, well, you will get a challenge. You'll get a challenge. Now, since it's solar burn, don't feel bad about using anything that you've got in your arsenal. even your heavy ammo. I know some people like to just save on their heavy ammo. Feel free to use it. Those heavy machine guns really help you make quick work of the enemies here. You can see I just melt through that witch. Melt through the witch. As far as weapons to use, right here in these runs you can see that I'm actually using the raid machine gun and the invective. I thought that I would need to have the invective on for a really short range, quick bursting type of damage to kill enemies that get in too close. Devil was actually using the super good advice and the sniper rifle, and that's actually the loadout that I picked for my final run. The super good advice was a really good call. I really think that it shines in this, though again, even though that they said that they fixed up the stability, I've got my super good advice stability up there pretty high, and I don't know, it is just pretty crazy. It's really unwieldy for some reason. I did swap to a sniper rifle no matter what for the boss fight though. I feel like that is definitely your best option. In here, a lot of things shoot out arc burn, except for that cannon that's on top of the Fallen Saber right in the beginning. If you don't get him to this stage, and you get hit by that sniper shot that he's gone on top of him, which for some reason just blows off whenever we kill out those two afterburners in the front, that's going to wreck you because it's solar burn. Everything else seems like it's shooting arc burn, and you should be okay, at least as far as getting one shot goes. As far as what else is going on this strike, we've also got Juggler on, so keep that in mind. I didn't really notice any major problems with it, but Juggler is always a pain. This strike is just pretty quick, so I don't feel like you're going to feel the burn of Juggler too much. And we have Airborne on, so if you happen to be able to throw out something like a solar grenade and then jump up in the air, you'll be able to deal out some more damage to the enemies. Here's the last part where it gets a little bit dicey. Whenever these snipers come in, make sure you want to take them down. If you're shooting them with sniper rifles, make sure you have sniper bullets, or you'll be aiming at them and have nothing to kill them with. So here it is, my time to shine, and thankfully I still have a res, which is why I ran over here in the first place. I'm just running over here toward the beginning section, and I'm going to stand around where this res is, and hopefully be able to get the res and take out some of the enemies. I have no sniper bullets, so I'm swapping to the super good advice, which I will never have to reload. Again, another reason why the super good advice is absolutely amazing, and we're just going to melt through the Fallen Saber with the super good advice. I still have 53 bullets in the magazine after all is said and done. That's it. That's the Fallen SABER Nightfall. Again, the WARSAT portion is easily the trickiest portion. I don't disagree with that at all. But I really do believe that if you have a 3-person team and you just use some strategies and use your grenades liberally, that you should have no problem in clearing it out and then going through and getting your amazing Nightfall rewards. Remember to pop your 3 of coins. This week the strike specific loot is a helmet or a heavy machine gun, so if you need a heavy or a helmet you might be able to get that. They were a little bit stingy for me. You could see that I didn't get anything right there. Devil did get a helmet though. But as far as the end game rewards, number 1, here we go. Devil, Tyler, and I getting ourselves a couple exotics. We've got 2 exotic helmets, a Light Beyond Nemesis and a Celestial Nighthawk, and of course Devil Dog got himself an amazing 330 Ghost Shell right there, starting it off strong. Starting it off really strong and kind of embarrassing us just a little bit. But in all honesty, we got 2 exotics there, so that is pretty good. Coming up on our second run, the Hunter run with Devil and I. Again, this was our 2-man run. Oh man. Alright, so Devil got 19 strange coins, and that easily beats out my 330 class item for sure. Final run though. Final run. We've got to get something really, really strong to finish off this video. Devil, Pooj, and I, what are we going to get? Oh yeah, that's a Nightfall. That is a Nightfall, 2 Vanguard Ghost Shells, and 20 strange coins for Pooj. So that's our Nightfall rewards. That was the Fallen Saber strike this week. Are you going to do the Nightfall this week? Did you get better rewards than I did? Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Nightfall, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Go show. Too strong.